Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've made it here today on a sunny Sunday morning to get a few jobs done that I've been holding off all week due to the rain. So a few jobs that I want to get done today are build my new scaffold board bed, which is going to be one of the biggest beds on the second plot. I also want to clear maybe one or two of the other beds ready for closing down. But first, I need to get this built. Now, when it's screwed together, it's going to be pretty heavy. I'm not going to be able to move it myself. So I'm going to get it built, get it put where I need it to be, and fingers crossed, I won't need to move it again after. So first I'm going to put the kettle on, get a coffee, maybe have a couple of biscuits, and then I will crack on and get this bed built. So stay tuned and you'll see me do that. Right, so as you can see, this is my first attempt of a layout. Now, this bed is going to be very large, and that was by choice. I wanted a very long bed here that would give me a path running all the way down to my greenhouse, or my polytunnel, shall I say. Now, I have thought about making the bed a little bit narrower, only because I think that bed's going to be too big. As much room as I have, I'm planning on using these pallet collars, which were free and give you a kind of a pre-made raised bed. I do want to stack one, or at least maybe another pallet collar on top of that one, because I plan on putting some of my pumpkins in there next year. This gives me 3 smaller beds, 1 larger bed, and obviously the planting around the outside. It also means that I can move my potatoes that were growing in this smaller bed over here into this bed, so I can have a full run of potatoes next year. I think that's the best idea for the larger bed, and then obviously when they are done, I can put courgettes and more pumpkins into this bed, which is the plan for this bed eventually. But for now, I think I'm kind of happy with that layout. I mean, it can change. I need to build this bed, get the edges cut, and go from there. But for now, I think I'm happy with it. I also plan on the middle pathway being a archway on all 3 beds linking into this bed. Now I want to grow my runner beans, maybe some peas, sweet peas, and gourds. I want to grow some bird nest gourd next year, hopefully. And I think having a nice archway down the middle of my plot will be a nice little feature. But for now, yeah, I'm going to crack on getting this bed cut, hopefully draw together, get it in place, and then we'll see how it looks. So as you can see, it's still a very decent sized bed. Now, I only cut off about a foot from each end, so I did lose quite a bit of growing space, but I needed the path. I wanted a decent sized path here for a wheelbarrow, obviously, and the middle path here, just enough room to get a small walkway in between my arches. So yeah, but for now I think this is where it's going to stay. I'll drill it together and hopefully over the next few months get this bed filled and the liner cut away. And I'm thinking of cutting the liner enough to fold up and staple on the inside of the bed, just to give the bed a bit of protection from, you know, the soil touching the wood and it causing it to rot. So for now I'm pretty happy, and got to get screwed together now, so I'll get that done. Right, so now it's time to get these ends screwed together. Now originally I did just want to screw through the wood with some large screws, but I think that's just gonna cause more damage to the wood. So in my shed I have a lot of bits and bobs that I've been collecting over the past year. I have a few packs of these, which are just corner braces with some small screws. I think these will do if I put maybe 3 on each corner, and then when it comes to the middle one I will need to put some stakes in the ground, which I do have 2 here, but I've got a feeling these are going to be too short, so I will have to make 2 more. Yeah, but first I noticed I need to cut this off 2 of the pallets, off 2 of the boards to make this bed fit. So I'll do that first and then I will start screwing. So yeah. So yeah, I've just been cutting these boards with this. Not the easiest thing to use in the world. I've just been in the shed and I have a saw. So stupid for me for not looking in the shed. But yeah, hopefully the next few bits of wood that I'm going to cut will be a lot easier now. Maybe not. Way better. Right, so that's the middles now cut. I can get to fixing it all together. Excuse that I'm out of breath. It's not an easy wood to get through. But yeah, I've got my little braces, so I'll give it a go, see if it's strong enough, and we'll see. So again, I will never learn to use my knee pads. I'll get that first. Right, so there's the corners all together, and you can actually get a feel of how big the bed is going to be. Now I do need to attach the middle bits. My original plan was to get the wooden stakes, drive them through the ground, drill into that, But I'm thinking that if I just hammer this flat, I could just use this to brace the middle bits, which I think is going to be a lot easier and protect the wood. So I'll give it a go on one side. If it works well, I'll repeat it on the other side. If not, I'll just go back to the stakes. Right, so that's the bed done. Now, I'm not a carpenter and I can just do some basic things, but bed is done, looking good, and yeah, the braces that I hammered down did a good job. There's a few gaps, but I'm not too worried about that because I'm going to be putting the weed membrane and stapling it to the inside, so obviously the soil won't get out, but moisture and stuff will. But yeah, I'm happy with that and looking forward to getting it filled and ready to plant potatoes next year. There are going to be a few gaps underneath some of the edges, but once I get the soil in, once the ground has time to settle, as I've recently cleared all this anyway, I flattened it as best I could. It took a while to get it even this flat, so the small gaps underneath some of the beds, I'm hoping when I get my nice wood chip down, it's going to help keep the soil in the beds. But the pallet collars, they do hammer in a little bit anyway, so this should even out some of the gaps. Not too bothered. It's not perfect, but it's going to be a great bed to have stuff in. So yeah, I do have 3 more pallet collars in my polytunnel. Now the idea is I did want to stagger the heights of my beds. One, I know pumpkins like a nice deep bed, and I can fill the bottom with some organic matter, some twigs, leaves. Some of my part rotted compost can happily go in the bottom of that to fill it up a little bit, because I know pumpkins are pretty greedy. They do like a lot of unrotted organic matter, so that's hopefully going to help them. A couple of lower beds, obviously, because I want a small archway here, and then just playing about with some sizes. Yeah, so for now I am pretty happy. This gives me a nice walkway here next to my pond, gives me just a nice through route to my polytunnel, and also when I'm on my original plot, can then pretty much walk straight through here, through the archways, out to my compost area. Again, this is just a rough layout. This is all going to be obviously wildflowers and some other things I'm starting to grow for next year. And yeah, so I think I'm happy with that. Nice growing areas, some chances to move around if I want, but for now I'm quite happy with that, and I think it's going to be a nice start to next year. But there is one thing that I wanted some suggestions on, and that is my bench. Now, I was given this for free from a friend along with the umbrella, and it's been a great place to sit, relax, take in all the work that I've been doing, and yeah, it's been nice sat here with family and friends enjoying a barbecue over the year. And I want to paint it a nice colour. I want to paint it maybe like a sage green or just something different so it stands out. Any suggestions on colours, let me know, put it in the comments below. There's also going to be a colour that I possibly use for my raised beds. Now, I do want the whole plot to tie in, especially when I get the wood chip. Yeah, any suggestions, let me know, and hopefully next year when it's drier I can get it painted and sorted. And yeah, be a great place to sit. This is a job that I want to do today, and this is my many types of mint. As you can see, it is in a little separate bed, but it's overgrown, it's gone over, so I think I'm going to just cut it down to the base, neaten the edge, and hopefully next time I'm down I want to get the strimmer out and just neaten up some of the edges with the grass. But yeah, for now I'm going to get it all cleared, get it all cut away, put that into my compost bin, and yeah, should neaten off this entire area. Yeah, so that looked aggressive, but this is mint, and you can see there's probably about 13 types of mint in there, all with their own labels, and this is going to have no problem next year growing back. I pulled out a lot of the trailers or the runners which are trying to escape into my other bed, so I don't want that. So yeah, this is just cut down to the ground, nice and neat. That will go into the compost bin and just gives me a nice edge to my bed again. So that's me done for the day. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made getting these beds organised, put together. I did the odd job around the place, not as much as I wanted to, but there's also all week I can get stuff done. So for now, I hope you enjoyed my video. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.